Always.
Good evening, everyone. My name is George. This show is Don't Panic Flip, and tonight we have a very special guest. Escher, welcome.
Hello. I've never played pinball. I've made that joke too many times.
No, keep doing it. It's a great
I've never played pinball before. It's my first time. Looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome.
I think things, there's a word to describe, it's auspicious. I would call this evening auspicious, which if I remember correctly, means conducive to success. So yeah, I have a good feeling about our ability to make some potential progress here on Guardians of the Galaxy. We have a newbie.
We have a newbie, yeah.
A newbie, got it.
Newbie, yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
I'm just not noticing. I haven't shaved in like 4 days because I got home yesterday from Wisconsin, so I gotta get on that.
Turn down the quality over here.
No, that's fine.
Which is, see, I also
I'm plugging Carl. I didn't realize.
IE pinball underneath the Comet pinball.
No, see, I'm plugging for another Twitch stream on someone else's stream. Oh.
Yeah, you can plug for Carl anytime. Also, taking the sweatshirt off, I feel that.
I'm a little warm. I always do this, right?
That's a really good point.
I tie it around my.
I have a new door.
Is that new?
That's new.
I figured.
So I could do that and not let in like mice and rodents and things.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, what are we doing this evening? We are playing some Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I think we have played Guardians of the Galaxy together previously, but I just don't remember what happened. Were you able to save Xandar?
Yeah, I saved Xandar, but I missed my Quills payout.
The Quills payout, okay.
For my 80% of my score.
Got it. So is that what your goal then tonight will be, is to try?
Well, that was my goal last time, but it's my goal again. I'm going to do it better this time.
I'm just going to try to get to save Xandar. And I'm going to do a quick walkthrough, I think, of what it takes to get there. And what's interesting is I thought I got there at Pinball Jones last week, but I didn't realize that I think you have to get a super jackpot.
In both multi-balls.
In both when you say finishes, is that getting the super?
Yeah, so when they go solid on the playfield.
Got it. Okay. So there are 8 modes that have to be completed. Yaka Arrow, Sanctuary, Podchase Antiquity Shop, and then Sibling Rivalry, Escape Kiln, Nowhere, and is it Kiln? Yeah. And Quill's Quest. And then you also, and that gets you to, actually you only have to do half of those.
Yeah, you don't even have to finish them to get
to Immolation Initiative.
Yep.
And now, can you skip Immolation? Imagine you did all those.
No, Immolation always comes first.
Always does, okay.
Yeah.
So then you complete Orb Multi-Ball by getting a Super Jackpot. How do you get a Super Jackpot in Orb Multi-Ball?
You hit every shot, and then you hit the orb twice.
Okay.
It's pretty easy.
That's pretty straightforward. And then in Group Multi-Ball, how do you get the Super?
You hit 6 jackpots, and then the Super's lit on Groot, and then you have to hit 6 more, but you can only hit each shot once. And then the last one, you have to hit 5 shots, but you have to hit the specific hard shots that you've been avoiding.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but Groot gets easier the more modes you finish. If you finish a mode, that shot will be available in Groot, always. So let's say you finish Quill's Quest. That scoop, the Star-Lord scoop, will be lit the entire time. You can hit as many times as you want.
Okay.
So if you finish Podchase, the left ramp will be available for you to always shoot. If you finish Sanctuary, the left orbit will always be available to you. So if you have to come back and do
Wait, is it just the last one you completed, or?
No, all of them.
All of them.
So if you finish every mode and Immolation's lit, but you choose to go to Groot instead, then every single shot will always be lit.
Will always, and you can hit all of those, and that it doesn't matter then.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Let's get a game going.
Would you like to go first, or?
I would like you to go first, so that way I can go grab a beer and finish up the rest of this coffee.
Fair enough. Good job on Circus Voltaire. Thank you. I played well. There were some shenanigans on that circus, though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I don't know how familiar everyone is with Circus, but Voltaire's Jackpot. You know what that is?
Mm-mm.
Not a lot of people actually know what Voltaire's Jackpot is, but on Circus Voltaire, if you shoot the left ramp, like right after you finish a what's it called? A multi-ball. Like you just drain out, there's one ball in play. You have like 3 seconds to shoot the left ramp. And if you do, you get one more jackpot of all the multi-balls that you were playing. So like if you're stacked with 3 multi-balls, you'll get, you know, like a high wire, you'll get a strike and arc, and you'll get a ringmaster jackpot.
Huh. Okay, that is really good to know.
But when I shot my Voltaire's jackpot, it diverted. Uh-oh.
Nice. Also, before you keep going,
I was saying-
MPT3K just rated us with 35 beautiful
That's a
people.
lot of beautiful people.
Movie side, it's Manu Smith. That's the
So many
Smith who
notice
brings the
going on.
pinball riffs to you. It's Manu Smith.
Welcome, Manu. That is one heck of an intro. I really like that. That was great.
Nice. And I see Devin Crates in chat. I remember him. He won the giveaway that he didn't enter.
Yes, he did. When we figured out how all of that actually
yeah.
works.
So, yeah. So, I got a lot to talk about after Wisconsin, let me tell you. A lot happened. A lot was going on.
Right, and that's you being at District 82,
District 82.
and you happen to win a little tournament. No biggie.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was deserved to be worth 100 whoppers, but it was worth 100 whoppers. Or 98.8 to be exact. So I'm gaining ground on Raymond. I moved up to 2nd in the world.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so you went from number 3 to number 2.
Yeah, Kaylee did really well as well, so he's not far behind, but... Go in the mouth!
Do you have any kind of special thing planned for when you hit number 1?
Well, I'll probably get legally drunk because I'll be in Australia.
Okay. There we
And
go.
I'll know it pretty much immediately. If I'm in Australia and I win, 7 tournaments in a row.
Basetone says, enjoy the commentary at Fox City Stream.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I was really tired, and it's hard to tell sometimes, so I really appreciate that. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's a bummer. So with Escher here, do you expect to play Jordan?
No.
He's
It's fine.
We've been through it a few times.
Yeah. No. I'm here to read chat and enjoy everyone's company.
I then get to save Xandar when it's his turn.
Dr. Curly Tech says, damn, already planning on pillaging our whoppers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what we don't have right now?
What do we not have, George?
Well, A, we do have the hair cam, which I think is awesome. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought it was the exclusive Escher hair cam.
It is the exclusive Escher hair cam. But we don't have music on right now. I'm gonna
I
throw
would
some
say
music on.
there's something off.
Yes,
Just like a little bit. I can't.
it's the music.
Uh-oh. Nice.
All right, this goes out to chat. What are we listening to tonight? Are we doing 80s, 90s, or do we want?
Man, if only there's this Twitch feature where you could run a poll in chat.
Now that's way too difficult to set up. I'm just whoever responds first. That's what we're going with. We could also do like Spanish guitar.
Some instrumentals.
Yep.
So.
AJR, Space Rock, The Eternal Gremmy. I don't have Space Rock. MPT3K, I don't like the 60s or 70s.
Some, jazz or something.
Instrumental, says Taylor. All right, we can do the midnight or 80s, 90s, and today. All right. I got nothing there. I don't. What people are asking for.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the 1900s or the 2000s. Bass tone. That's a really good point. The 2020s. Yeah. Okay. There we go. We're starting off like that.
Man, that might be almost world record pace to Cherry Bomb. If I could actually hit the scoop. I was pretty fast at cherry bomb. Like that couldn't have been more than 5 minutes.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty efficient. And I'm in 2x playfield, which means I'm in the ultra money, but I don't have a multiplier on Groot, which makes things a little harder.
I don't know who created the poll. Was this poll hard to make? Nope.
No.
Or no. We're tied right now between nope and no. Just speed run. I think I was doing the changes thing as opposed to the cherry bomb thing. I'm assuming that the goal there was to do the cherry bomb.
No, I missed my 2x super.
Don't know. Whoever that was should be timed out. Well, obviously not surreal then.
Yeah.
Definitely
They
not.
would never self-report on themselves.
I'm gonna get a
cover it
mojito.
up. So, anyway, what was it? I was talking about something or other. And all this, we got rated and... It was an okay cherry bomb.
318.
Anyways, District 82. There's some very interesting things. A couple things I want to talk about is the main thing is Johnny Mnemonic, because I can say what it was now. I don't know if anyone remembered this, but I said that I knew of an exploit that I couldn't tell because it was too much of an exploit.
Chat, do you guys remember?
Did anyone remember? At least
Yeah,
one person.
It was like 3 weeks ago. When Escher was over, he started talking about something he couldn't say. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. No big deal. And he's like, "Wait a second. It wasn't up to you. I think is what you were getting at to give it away."
Yeah. Well, it wasn't my thing. It was Kaylee's thing.
Okay.
And Kaylee did it. He did the
Kaylee
thing.
did it.
So I could say what it is now, which is yeah, there was a little bit of a controversy, I guess. So I'll go through the whole thing, which was on Giant Mnemonic. If you're familiar with the game, it has a giant magnetic glove, which is really cool when it works. It works sometimes, not always. And what's cool about the giant magnetic glove is that you get to like pick your selection. Like you would go over like a 3x3 grid and drop the ball where you want it. But what is also an option that not a lot of people know about is you can actually just drop it straight back into the lock that feeds the glove. And if you went ahead and started Yakuza Strike, which is a hurry up mode, you could actually just farm points infinitely with no risk by just starting the mode, dropping the ball back into the lock over and over and over and over again. And so that's what Kaylee did. Kaylee was in last place on Johnny Mnemonic and sat there farming points with no risk to come back against Jared August, Andy Bagwell, and I'm forgetting the last person, I'm sorry. But yeah, that was the thing. I didn't want to say it, not because I wanted to use it personally, but because it was too good of an exploit to, let everybody in on.
Right.
So, now you guys know. Johnny Mnemonic, the secret's out. You can do it in a tournament. I don't think it's been written down in the IFPA rules yet. So, go ahead and do it, but you can get DQ'd by your TD. They can just tell you that no thanks,
Now, and the way to stop that would be to just turn off
the glove instead.
Yeah, turn off the glove. Which honestly, as often as the glove is not functioning on Johnny Mnemonics, I'd imagine that might be kind of the standard.
Yeah. So. There we go. That's huge. That's massive.
6.5 million.
Yeah,
Or 96.
96 million. Aw. That would have been 128, but so do you see I finished all these modes?
Yes.
So everything is like crazy strobing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So that's why.
Got it. Yeah, you haven't done Quill and you haven't done Nowhere, which are the only two that aren't strobing.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, go roll your local right now. Not everyone knows, but because you're a, Don't Panic Flip subscriber or follower, you're in the know now.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Make sure that you subscribe to be in the know more often.
By the way, don't expect being in the know from me ever. Unless, of course, what we're talking about is
something from the 90s. Uh-oh. Come on, shoot the ball out. Aw.
something from the 90s. I like that. That was...
Or like Harry Potter, that's the other thing.
There you go, Harry Potter, the 90s. I would even go so far as to say, if you want to talk about like recent developments in .NET, let's do it. I know, Iron Fox, that R.I.P. Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that on Twitter this morning.
That was so disappointing. All right. Egg white cocktails in the... There you go. Like, we can learn together about cocktails. Wow, that was really mean.
That's all right, I got ball saver.
You got balls.
I actually intentionally drained so I would get my lanes up top.
Sure.
It's all part of the plan after.
All part of the plan.
Uh-oh. Go get some free points. It's the first mode I did in one shot. Oh, I guess I drained on, what's it called? Oh, I like that feed. Give me that one all. Oh, okay, that was not a nice feed.
Aw. Oh, yeah, save.
I got time. I'm in no rush.
Also, something that came out today is season 4 of Stranger Things. The teaser finally came out.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that too. All right, this is a really quick. This is a big shot. If I can, this is a 400 million shot.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was exactly 40% of my score.
Okay, makes sense.
There you go.
That was you. You did the.
I did the math.
You did it.
Uh-oh. I'm just gonna go right back to orb. Your magnet's pretty safe.
Actually, yeah, it's funny. It stops working now.
It worked a little bit at one point.
Yeah. Wow, nice nudge there.
I don't think I saved it, but if it did go bad, I think I did. I would have saved it. Like, did this weird roll. I wasn't. I meant, yeah.
Sure.
Well, we take those. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't realize his mouth was open. Actually, I prepped his mouth being open. That sucks. Sorry, I have no extra.
No, so it's yeah, you're good. You're good. You're fine.
I just gotta finish this mode and finish orb, and then I'm. Love loop passing.
Nice.
See that?
Yep.
I learn the loop pass. It's fun. It's not great, but damn, is it fun.
Really good point. Surreal, is there any updates on the kittens that you had yesterday?
Kittens?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
Surreal, we got some pictures, which was great. But Surreal took in a what's it called, cat? A
foster?
I don't know about lost, like a cat that doesn't have an owner has a particular word.
You know that thing I said about like orb being the easiest thing by far?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that.
Nope.
I take it back.
Oh, is that immolation? Yes, it is.
Yeah. If I can actually hit the scoop. That was a little scary.
Yeah, I saw that. There it is.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. Nice.
Part of the plan,
Feral? No, not feral. Sorry, when it doesn't.
Astray?
Astray. Thank you. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Took in a stray that was pregnant.
Oh.
And the cat decided to have babies yesterday.
Wow. So they took in a stray a while ago, and then just recently. I see. Okay.
Jenkins!
Another raid already. We've been streaming for like 10 minutes.
New Jersey Coffee Junkie. My hat's off to you. Thank you. And welcome. Thank you for bringing 52 beautiful people over. Yeah, New Jersey raid, freshly brewed. I just finished having coffee, and it's 10:30 at night.
Yeah, you're a little bit of a psychopath.
Yeah, I'm definitely buzzed right now on a little bit of caffeine. A lot of sugar, actually. It was white chocolate mocha with donut flavoring.
Donut flavor.
Yeah, I have donut flavoring. And it also had whipped cream in it. So New Jersey Coffee Junkie, thank you so much. And what were you streaming this evening? Oh, and we need a question. We need a fun raid question.
Might be worth a lot of points. Let's see. It's like $1 billion.
And if you're just joining us, we're playing Guardians of the Galaxy. Escher here is showing us the first wizard mode. It's not a mini wizard mode.
It is. It's the
It
mini.
is? Okay, so it's the mini wizard mode.
It's supposed to be the halfway point, but if you finish every mode on your first try, it's the same. But it's pretty hard to do that.
Well, after he gets out of the halfway point, he only needs to beat one more mode, and then he gets into the full wizard mode.
It's actually significantly worse than this one. This is the best mode in the game, like points-wise. Like my best one ever is like 30 billion or something.
Also, just throwing it out there, Escher is still on ball 1.
Well,
It's technically ball 1.
yeah, technically it's ball 1. I have used 2 extra balls, though.
Minecraft from Joe's Patreon server. Oh, cool. And is this the same table you loaned? Yes, it is. I mean, speaking about Joe, Joe had this table.
Wait a minute.
And now he's got total nuclear annihilation. So how did the Minecraft stream go? Dr. Curly Tech also, our cat was a stray kitten found across the street after his sister meowed at our door about 16 years ago now. Is it? I'm assuming it stopped meowing in the past 16 years. Yeah, Basetone pointing out it is 3 billion to 0 right now. I am losing.
Well, I kind of just blundered that. I only got 1 super. Oh.
Oh,
I left the door open. Look at all these multipliers I just did nothing with.
Did you take the extra lights out of the table when you got it back? Yes, I did. Kandalis, the first thing I did was took those lights out, which actually is what did some damage. Sorry?
I might have that Dr. Pepper.
Go for it.
I think isn't that what it was?
It went well. I only died once trying to fly with a trident.
Been there, done that.
Wow, what are we doing? We're just gonna play our normal game.
Yeah, there's no balls locked. I'm a big Minecrafter. That was my childhood. I grew up on all of that. I still play all the time. Every update. Get all the boys together, make a new world, play for 3 weeks straight.
Everybody cares so damn much about it. And most importantly,
What kind of lights did you take out that did damage? Were they like spotlights or like?
No, they were the what was it called? The
Bulbily bulbo.
the
Bulbily
fusions
bulbo.
from Penn Stadium.
Oh yeah.
It's just not great for streaming.
Yeah.
I gotta find that. Whoop.
That was some backspin right there.
That was wonderful.
Yep. You only got into it a few years ago. Better late than never. True. Better late than never. But that's actually where my username comes from. Because once again, Kaylee, who I just talked about, gave me a shirt when I was 9 that had Steve-O from Champion Pub on it. Or Steve-O. Which, looking back, Steve-O is, I mean, the 1990s were a very different time for, what was okay to make a pinball machine about. But
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But so I was Steve-O, of course, and that name was taken even back then. And I didn't know what Jackass was. I was 9. But now, I get it now why that name was taken. And then, so I added Pub on the end from Champion Pub.
Nice, good nudge.
And I'm so far away from all my multi-balls. Uh-oh. Seen this one before.
You got it. There's that. Nice.
That's where I want to be. Hadron there, add a ball there. What could possibly go wrong?
All right, so you just need to complete orb multi-ball to get to save Xander.
I just finished orb multi-ball.
And what does orb multi-ball track progress?
It does.
Okay. So you said you have to get all of the shots and then actually sink it in the orb twice.
Unless I just can't hit the scoop. That would be a major bummer. So I go that, then I shoot any ramp, then I do that, and then I do that, and then I miss the drop target. There we go. It's gonna be like worthless. Yeah. But I got the super, so I don't care.
Okay, so orb multi-ball is done.
So Xandar's ready after this multi-ball. So I'm gonna go ahead and...
New Jersey Coffee Junkie just subscribed to Tier 1 for 2
I
months.
can't believe you subscribed to Don't Panic Flip.
This doesn't feel the same anymore.
No, it
You're
doesn't.
paying your money.
Moment of silence.
You must be a billionaire if you're wasting your money watching someone else play pinball.
Nice drop catch. Everyone, yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in
Gilbert
peace.
Gottfried. That was so disappointing to hear this morning. 67. And I think it was a heart attack or a heart condition.
It was something that was like he knew, like it wasn't like a complete surprise.
Right.
It was some sort of health thing. So it's always sad to see.
Long illness. Okay.
Yeah.
Gil Jackson. Yeah, I'm so sorry that we're letting you know. But yeah, that was rough news this morning. In 4 months, we lost 3 of the greatest comedians. It's like we lost Carlin all over again.
Yeah.
What? Betty White, Gilbert Gottfried, and then I'm struggling to think of the third right now.
When did I feel bad that I forget his name, but from Whitest Kids You Know.
What's that?
You know Whitest Kids You Know?
I do not.
Man, I'm trying to remember his name. That was more of my generation of comedy.
Bob Saget, thank you.
Yeah. That wasn't the guy I was thinking about.
Is that the guy you were thinking of?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I would have gone with America's Funniest Home Videos, Full House. America's Funniest Home Videos is like memes before memes existed.
Yeah. Man, I have a lot of hadrons built up right now.
The Aristocrats, the Aristocrats. The joke that both Bob Saget and Gilbert Gottfried became very popular and known for.
I can't really hit anything.
You trying to hit Rampage, or are you?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. Nice post separation there, or cradle separation rather.
Nice and controlled. Pinball's a lot easier when you're in charge of what happens.
Woo! 19.
This mode is not worth very much because I'm in 2x playfield right now and hitting things on combos. And that was also with a multiplier on the scoop. So.
Wait, you're in Save Xandar, right?
Yeah.
I thought you went back into a different multi-ball. No, okay,
this
cool.
is Xandar.
Oh my God, you're in the final mode of the game.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I
Thank
feel
you.
like it.
I've never been here before. Yeah, well, not counting last stream or that other time, but yeah.
Welcome to the end of the game here. This looks amazing. I hope to get here myself at some point.
This game.
This game would be amazing.
We'll both get to it. One game.
You're in double scoring right now.
No, it just timed out.
I hate those nonchalant wizard modes where like there's no fanfare and.
No, there is. You just have the music turned off.
Oh,
because
right.
it's Star-Lord singing like at the end of the first movie, like him like singing by himself, like as Power of Friendship, or I don't remember how it ended. You know what I mean?
I do. I meant like people not celebrating it with you.
Oh yeah. Big shot. Go in.
Get it.
Go in.
There it is. That's it.
Is that it? Oh yeah. Then I get put into ultra super single ball multi ball. I'm gonna go ahead and prep my group.
Oh, so this is where you get to do it all over again?
Yeah, but multi balls don't get easier to light.
Oh, and you can start working your way back into group multi-ball?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of like the 2-ball multi-ball in
So I'm
Star
gonna
Trek.
yeah, it is, except you can't start a mode, so. Okay, so this is where things get interesting. More so.
Oh my God, are you gonna go back into Quill?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, and try to work on that, was it 40% of your score?
Yeah. I could get 80, but I think my rocket's really far away.
All right, so that would be 1.6 billion right now?
Yeah. It's kind of stupid.
Well, and then if you can bring 2x into it, can you 2x that jackpot?
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I have 2x on the scoop where you collect it. I'm gonna shoot the ramp before. And if I have rocket, then it's another 2x. That was really cool, but it didn't give me the credit for the scoop.
Yeah, bass tone. I'm definitely putting Gilbert in if I get to put initials in. That honestly might be like the for the rest of this week. when Escher decides to beat. Oh no! It was
working. That's because it was rattling enough that it was actually letting me. So I actually don't want to finish it in the multi-ball.
Why not?
Oh, wait, I have an idea. Oh, this is a dirty, dirty idea. You know what other multiplier is in the game? Group multi-ball.
Group multi-ball
I can get a
puts...
3x playfield from locking balls in Groot's mouth.
Sorry, is there a jackpot still on Star-Lord right now?
No. I haven't finished it. I intentionally drained.
Oh, got it.
So what I'm gonna
So you want to
do-
bring Groot into it?
So I have 2 shots to go. I'm gonna
no.
start Groot. I'm gonna bring in a big old multiplier. Hadron out. Oh, I might get more than double my score. So Groot
Okay,
starts.
Groot multiplier, Rampage.
I'm not bothering with Rampage. It's too far away.
Okay.
Okay, so lock is lit. I lock 1 ball.
Gilbert did the Aristocrats joke a few weeks after 9/11, and he won the room. Before that, everyone was kind of afraid to laugh. Yep.
Oh, here we go. I bricked it. No.
No. No.
Okay, it's fine. I still have it. It's just
Okay, there
I
it
still got a
is.
lot of points.
All scores 3x for
Yeah,
20
super-
seconds, 2.5 bill. Whatever. No
Whatever.
biggie. No biggie.
It could have been so much better, though. Oh. Because I had another doubler, and it counts down really fast. So I mean, that's not bad. It could have been better.
New Jersey Coffee Junkie, have a great night. I am also hoping to get to meet you soon as well. On top of that, everyone, New Jersey Coffee Junkie streamed Minecraft earlier. If you are not following New Jersey Coffee Junkie, click the name, click the follow button. Let's make it happen. Thank you again so much for that wonderful raid. And yeah, New Jersey Coffee Junkie, are you by any chance doing the expo thing that so many other Minecrafters are doing? If you have not already left. Cheers. Yeah, Taylor. Yeah, 2.4 bill, whatever.
But it could have been 5.2 billion.
Expo. Oh, so right now I think it's Joe, Sammy, and then a good majority of the pinball community. But Expo is the Chicago Pinball Expo that's happening in mid-October. I think it's the 22nd.
I'm a big fan of that expo.
No, okay. Expo's a lot of fun. It's a great area, and I grew up right there in Schaumburg.
Nice. I feel like I did know that.
Well, regardless, New Jersey Coffee Junkie at some point soon.
Okay.
Nicely done.
We take those.
That's how you do that.
Wow. I forgot that the second time through the timers are so much shorter.
Look, I'm not that far behind you.
Look,
You've got 6.8. I got
If you add,
5.3.
3 zeros right in there. It's okay. So look, the modes are so much shorter. You get 13 seconds for your hit
What?
days. That's messed up.
That is messed up. Why would they do that?
I don't know.
What would be funny is if you actually beat it in 13 seconds.
Oh, it went up. It's a
Oh,
bug.
no, it's at 40 something now. Oh, no.
Oh, I could have gotten that. Sorry, you guys didn't. I didn't do it. Yeah, ooh, 500 million bonus.
That's not bad. That's not.
I think. Oh. Forbidden. Hey, where's the TD?
Forbidden. All right, here we go. No biggie. Just
All right, remember the state.
remember the state.
Where were you? What was your plan? You're in Yaka and you're locking balls. That's where you're.
That's what I. By state, you mean basically the beginning of the game.
Yeah, well, you have some progress, right? And you have 7 seconds left on your mode. I don't think you got time. Yeah, not quite.
Get there.
It was a good idea, but it was a little slow.
All right, let's prep.
10 times George's score in bonus. Try 100x. That's okay.
Yeah.
I played far more balls than he has.
We'll get there. We're gonna get there. This is just ball 2.
Yeah, you have the whole world ahead of you. As long as you don't start Groot without a mode.
I'm gonna start a mode.
That's good. I've taught you well.
Maybe.
Well, you know. I've taught you rules. I can't teach you accuracy.
Yeah. No. That requires some practice. We're gonna get there though. We're gonna find that shot, and then the whole game is just gonna be easy.
I don't know if you needed to do all that. I think if you just held the right flipper up, it would have been okay. So yeah, pick pod chase here, and maybe move the game back a little bit.
We're gonna move the game back just a hair.
Just a hair. Nice save though. One danger, nice and smooth.
Right?
Oh, we get ready.
It is Gamora. She is escaping with the orb.
And you hit your scoop. So
Wait, what do I do?
no, I said and you hit your scoop
Oh,
when you did your slide save.
got it.
All right, so make sure you hit your scoop again. To
Okay.
light your shots in pod chase.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, just like that. Perfect. Now you lock your balls in Groot's mouth so there's less going on.
Okay.
Make sure, okay, it's fine.
Cool. We're
Right.
fine.
Because 2x playfield is 2x playfield. And because you have 2x running and your pod chase, you're getting double points in pod chase, which is actually way more than double points because that goes to your bonus if you finish pod chase. Because the mode is 50% of your score, or 50% of how you did in the mode. So by you having 3x right now, you're actually getting an extra, 20% or whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Totally. I was following all of that. I'm just really happy.
All right, hit Groot right now. Big shot. Aw, you want to know how much that was? Oh, you got it. That's 72 million. It's a big shot.
Okay. All right. We're cool.
If you hit the Guardian's target, you can light an out of ball on the scoop. It's okay. Your animations. You just skipped your animations, but you were animation sacking like a pro right there.
Obviously intentional.
Well, I mean, you didn't skip the animations. Oh, that sucks.
It's cool. I got that extra ball.
You did get the extra.
I got the extra ball. It's fine. We're
Man,
all.
it was going so well, and then it fell apart so quickly.
And a triple drip.
Nice group multi-ball though. 72 million super is a 72 million super.
I'm not upset.
Beautiful drain, indeed.
I'm still in a mode.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish up pod chase. Pretend it's a scoop, but then,
And then you totally hit it.
yeah.
No.
See, then you didn't do enough that time.
No, not even
That was when
close.
you needed to.
It was
when
like,
you
is that
needed
going?
to-
No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. No big deal. That is so not right.
Yeah, that was when you needed to raise hell with your slide save.
Taylor, thank you so much. Taylor's saying nice playing. Thank you.
Uh-oh. That's trouble. Never mind, that was a clean. Is that 3? It is 3. That's trouble. Man, I'm getting these in lanes right now. It's feeling good.
You're getting what?
I'm getting these in lanes.
Oh, yeah. Nice
I'm a
nudges.
big fan of in-lanes, personally. Okay, that's not what I was aiming at, but once again, it was all part of the plan. I intentionally...
Nice.
There we go.
Okay, okay.
Very cool. I'm not missing enough to finish my mode. I just need to hit that right yellow shot. Okay, I hit that. I don't know if you saw it.
I did. It moved a little bit.
Oh, I already got it. That's why.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it's moving all around now. I see it.
Yeah, it's the super arrows. I realize now because my Hadron button's lit.
I can't believe you subscribed
Bertle.
to Don't Panic Flip. I mean, you're paying your money.
R.I.P. Gilbert.
You must be a billionaire if you're wasting your money watching someone else play pinball.
Bertle, thank you so much for that sub. R.I.P. Gilbert. Don't mind me. I'm just here to see what hat George is wearing today. It's this guy. This has become my new de facto workout hat.
Doing a little working out.
Which honestly just means it has ridiculous, it's building up ridiculous sweat stains around the sides of it. Which is why I have 3 different versions of the, oh my God, you got back to Cherry Bomb. Cherry
number
Bomb.
2.
And Escher, by the way, if you're just joining us, has looped the game, beat Save Xandar, is sitting at 7.6 billion right now, and has just made it back to Cherry Bomb his second time through. Pour one out for Gilby, I know. And Bertle commenting on it was good to watch you dominate last weekend.
Thank you.
Nice.
Not much. No multipliers anywhere to be seen.
But still,
Super's a super, I guess.
super's a super. And that's a hard super to time.
Yeah.
It's kind of for whatever reason, his mouth is even more
the
of
window is really tight.
and it feels like World Cup soccer, but
It
if
does.
the goalie was even better.
Which is hard to imagine, to be honest.
Right?
Oh, I didn't see one
You didn't have it. Maybe. There it is. It's open. Oh!
Not quite. Alright.
Beat Save Xander in 1 ball. Yes. No, it was ball 2, right? Or no, you actually beat it on ball 1?
I don't remember.
Okay.
One of those balls.
Let's see here. There should be other stone fruit bombs, like cherry bomb.
Oh, yeah.
What's another stone fruit? Would an olive be a stone fruit?
What do you mean by stone fruit?
I'm guessing a cherry is a type stone fruit
Oh, yeah, because it's got pits.
because it has a pit. Yeah, so I'm guessing an olive,
Big fan of
peach plum.
avocados. Are my favorite.
Okay.
But they're not. Why, Groot? I hit you.
Ooh, Bertle commenting on the fact that your dad almost joined in for the final grouping.
I know.
Have you guys ever been in a big tournament in the final group together?
I don't know if we have. We've gotten close a lot. Probably 4 or 5 times, but if I'm playing well, he's usually, that means that he has to beat a lot of other people. Especially when I punched my ticket very quick in our group.
Sorry, what does that phrase mean? You plunge your ticket?
I punched my ticket
Oh.
to the next round. I was through.
Oh, got it.
I was playing on the last game.
Now, how about this? There's the being in the final group together, but have you ever gotten your dad to have you ever done the soul crushing destroy to your dad?
No.
No?
I'm afraid not. One day. I've been in groups where he's been soul crushed,
Okay.
which, sucks. because you know, left cops, we like doing well together. You know, I don't want to see my dad not succeed.
That makes sense. But at the same time, like, just once to be like, put up 7 billion on Guardians of the Galaxy on ball 1.
He's used to that at home.
Okay.
If we had a Guardian.
Sammy, welcome to the stream. 2 wins in a 3-round setting. Fruit salad cluster bomb. There you go. I can get behind that.
So.
There it is.
Everything's good.
Everything's all good.
I should really just be playing, but each bonus X is like 300 million. Because I played so many modes at like high multipliers.
Oh, yeah, and this is one where as you complete modes,
It's like, that was a
multiplier.
loud wood hit.
Now, how do you get bonus multipliers?
Oh, you hit the Guardians of the Galaxy target that you just saw flash there. Right? There.
Yeah, that
And
makes
then it's
sense.
at the top of the screen. You spell it and it lights your mystery. I never got given my 3rd ball. Unless it's still sitting in Groot's mouth, which I don't think it is.
Wow, was that a loop pass with the ball?
I don't know what that was.
That was interesting.
I'm shooting Guardian targets right now. I need 2 more. Oh, well.
Hey, Moody Mystery, this multi-ball is good, great, or should I say Groot? This multi-ball is Groot. I need to have Escher come to my place and crush my AC/DC. Had that machine like 4 years, put up some big scores, but haven't ever made the wizard mode.
I've only been to it once ever, and it was at our friend Nate Thompson's house. His games, I would say, would be set easy, but they're not that. It's like a different level of easy because they hand out extra balls like all the time, just like for free. Oh, my bonus is like 1 billion. I've never finished Encore though, but I don't think anyone has really. I'm sure some people have.
Huh.
Because Encore is not easy at all.
You've added more time. So what is... I haven't spent much time at all on AC/DC. I know you hit the ramps, like, and that's how you get into a multi-ball.
That's one of the there's 3 multi-balls in the game. One is, it starts at 3 sets of drop targets. Uh-oh. Yeah, so there's 3 sets of drops that you get 3 sets. It doesn't have to be like individual ones, like doing each one. You just get 3 down and then in single ball play, and it lights album, and then it's 6 orbit shots, either right or left orbit.
Okay.
Is 700 million bonus.
Wow.
All right, good luck.
All right, we're still in this, everyone. I've only used 1 extra ball. There's so many more that I have available to me.
So.
And there was much rejoicing.
Orbits is the 3-ball. Is it a 3-ball? I thought Album was the 3-ball multi-ball. I know Album is a 3-ball multi-ball. I'm pretty sure Jammin', I think it's Drop Targets is the only 3-ball. So, man, you're Australian. You need to get on your AC/DC rules, man. You Australian, that's like, you know, Australians love their AC/DC.
And Rush. Oh, no, wait, I'm thinking
No,
of
that's Canadians. That's
Yep.
what I said is Rush is to Canada as AC/DC is to Australia. That's what I
found the
always
shot.
say. Yeah, you hit it. And with no Cliffy, it's so easy. Well, not so easy. It's way easier, I should say. Play some quills. If you have any hope of catching me, you kind of need to hold on to your quills.
Yes.
But yeah, Antiquities is up next on the roadmap. Bummer.
I got so close. You're gonna have to put your initials in here.
What should I put in for Gilbert? Just Gil?
It was G. Hold on, wait a second. What were Gilbert's initials? I think it was GJG.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's GJG.
Yep, GJG. All right.
GJG.
Pinball Princess Jillian.
Not Australian. Though.
Eric, welcome to the stream.
Do you know how to do the 24 shot in sibling rivalry? I do, actually. Robert explained it to me a very long time ago. But I haven't ever gotten even close to pulling it off.
I'm going first
you
now.
go first this time. Robert Gagno from Canada loves this game. It's probably one of his favorite games. And he found this, it wasn't like an exploit, but just a way that you could get sibling rivalry worth like billions.
What?
But it's really hard to set up, but it is awesome if you do it. Personally, I just like doing my Quill's Quest to double my score. Yeah. Great game, or should I say Groot game.
Nicely
Get away
done.
with it every time. No, you drained with the ball in Groot's mouth. You ruined everything.
I'm so sorry. You have to go virtual.
I'm used to it. The one I played at, what's it called? District 82. I got some good District 82 stories. So I didn't ever finish talking about, I just started on antiquities. I'm getting creative, okay?
Be creative.
Creativity is awesome. So, my Circus Voltaire story is I hit a Voltaire's jackpot, but instead of giving me the points, it still diverted the ball, didn't give me the points, and then I started a multi-ball like 25 seconds later, and it brought in all the ones that just timed out for no apparent reason.
Vertzilla, welcome to the stream. This
know
is
that guy.
the second game, yes.
Yeah,
And if you're
that's
just
not-
joining us, Escher went through and destroyed Guardians of the Galaxy in the first game.
Zach, I see you in chat, ZZ Top 21. We need to sort out, you're going to the next District 82. I saw your name on the list. You're the reason I signed up for the next one. And then I'm on the waiting list right now. I wasn't planning on going back, but then when I saw that Zach Parks on the waiting list or in the queue, I'm like, you know.
You
Yeah,
had
so-
to do it.
Yeah. So it's 3x Groot, 2x on ramp, 2x Rampage combo. Yeah. Are you going on your own, or is your mom taking you?
Oh my gosh.
Even though Zach Parks' mom is not my actual mom, she is my pinball mom.
Okay.
She takes care of me at Expo every time. Just like, oh, do you need food, Escher? Or like how do I play? You know, like she's awesome. Alyssa Parks, she's awesome. Been too long since we played, I know.
That's awesome. I feel like sporting events in general, you end up with a lot of that, I don't know, family camaraderie. I don't know
Yeah.
what else to call that. It's really
She's
cool.
coming too? Nice.
And yes, Arthur, he cleaned up.
I can try, yeah, I'll try and set up the 24x shot. I can actually do it right here. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
What was up with it? There was something else to it that I'm forgetting now. I'm a big Talking Heads fan.
Okay.
They were my childhood. My parents loved them. What am I doing? Sanctuary? I guess I am. I'm trying to think of what I'm doing here.
Interesting.
I'm trying a new strategy that I've never actually tried before.
Which is?
The 24x sibling rivalry combos, which are, you can just like stack way too many multipliers at once, and it's worth like billions. But it's like really hard to set up and do.
Okay.
Oh, that was so unlucky.
ZZ Top just got to play with Bowen at Pin Baltimore, which was fun.
Oh, nice. I say I didn't see Bowen at Indisc. It was really surprising because I don't play with him much anymore. So I was like, oh, well, I'll see him at the World Championships, but he was at a different tournament that weekend, so I never got to play with him. I mean, I'm not complaining. That's another spot for me
Right.
in every tournament because he always, yeah, both ramps have to be multiplied. Yeah, I'm working on that right now. It's hard to feed the pops.
All right, so how do you multiply both ramps?
So you get all 5 in lanes, and then the next shot you hit is the multiplier.
And does it set it on the shot?
Yes, the next shot you hit. So I have one on the left ramp.
Is it multiplied then for the duration of the ball?
Duration of the ball.
Okay. I did not know that.
Really?
Nope, had no idea.
That's crazy.
I don't know if you know this, but I have not spent much time trying to play for score.
See, I only play for score.
I realize that. I learn quite a bit in just these conversations.
Bubbly bubble. It makes you feel any better not being able to lock my balls for real is actually making this game a lot harder. But that's okay. It's okay.
That does not make me feel better.
No?
No, there's a word for that, by the way. It's called Schadenfreude. To enjoy the suffering that others experience, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a word for it.
There is a word. Well, of course, it's the Germans, I feel like, who have all of these amazing words to describe.
It's same with like the French, right?
Do the yeah,
Well, like touche and like.
no. The French have some amazing words for sure. Oh my God, Gier Bond, I'm all for it. That's why I said it doesn't make me feel better. I want to see him hit 24x, and I want to experience and feel the sensation of 24x vicariously. We're just gonna keep throwing out all the great words tonight.
I'm a big fan of vicariously.
Yeah, Arthur Pendragon. Yep, we're aware.
Okay, I really need to hit some rockets here.
Nice.
Yeah, all part of the plan, as they say.
Wow.
Okay, and nothing starts until I hit Groot's mouth or rocket, and then everything starts. Okay, it's my edible. I don't know if I don't think you're supposed to boost. I don't think it matters though.
Sorry, you don't know if you're supposed to boost?
The upgrade
Oh, got it.
from the scoop. I might have messed it up. I cannot hit rocket right now. I can't hit it. What's my mode timer at? 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
Well, it's so promising because I hit the first time. Okay, well, I'm locked in now.
24 million on Groot. Now,
Oh, come on.
yeah, I see the multiplier shots.
Okay.
You're at Rampage. That was 2.4.
Okay, so now, oh, it rejected. That was a good shot. Okay, I have 5 seconds. I can hit a few.
Is it at 24x right now?
Yeah, I just gotta. It was too laggy, I think. I was trying to spam my buttons. I don't think I did it. I think it's because I cranked it up by like hitting the scoop. And I used the buttons because they weren't on combos. So it was only 12x. My game is lagging pretty bad. So I can, if it's any, not ready yet. So, and I think you just have to combo it. Like, I think it builds by comboing. There's a lot to the strategy I don't get.
Asher is assiduously working his shots, demonstrating the clear bifurcation, his skills between players. We got some okay words too, George. And Bertle, keep throwing them out.
Do one of the.
What was that?
That was a tap pass.
Was that a tap pass, or did you
I
just
wasn't-
nudge it across?
That was a tap pass. That was for you, Zach. Zach's been tap passing before it was cool. They called him ZZ Tap. Uh-oh. He learned to tap pass on his Twilight Zone, which is not the regular one. Like, I learned on Paragon personally, a game where you have to tap. But trying to think, did anything else interesting happen at the old District 82? I was there for a while. Like, it was day one and we just finished. And it felt like I was day 2 of Pinburg and I'm going to finals tomorrow. It's like, this don't feel good. Well, I was really happy because I'm playing pinball, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, I need to go to bed.
Well, and that's what I was about to ask. What does that look like? I mean, is it 24 hours of pinball tournaments?
No, so it's double match play every day. So day 1, can I just hit the, rocket is my problem today. It is a really hard shot, but
Oh, Bertle says, yeah, something else did happen. You played Dolly and showed you might be mortal.
Man, Dolly didn't give me no chances. This might be the worst ever. Oh! Jump scare. So yeah, Dolly kicked my ass. I feel like there's 60 new machines I'm gonna have to learn how to play at District 8. Yeah, man, you know how to play Maiden. If you know how to play Maiden well, then you can play anything well. And that's true. And I believe that. So, you play Dolly, yeah, so I booted up, I got this song from this guy I really like. He makes cool breakcore music, and it's a minute long. And I said to myself, a minute is not very long, and it's Dolly Parton, and I'm chasing like 150K, you know? If I can survive even half of this song, I'll be happy. And are you familiar with the playfield of Dolly Parton?
I am not at all.
Okay, so anyway, there's a scoop at the very top that's your skill shot. But on this one, it was shooting it into the left in lane every time. So it was like up here, and it would kick it through the pops, and it would go in lane. It was scary, but it was consistent.
Okay.
And the drop target lit the spinner, and that's the whole game on that. So I shot the scoop, gave me an in lane. I shot the target, and it power right out lane. And I'm like, okay. Which I wasn't too worried about. Even though it was the finals, I wasn't too worried about it because it was Circus Voltaire. I love Circus. I own a Circus. I've played Circus all the time in my life. It's always been there. My dad bought it for, yeah, like $2,000 new in the box, you know? So it's been there. Let me know if you find another one worth $2,000. So
That's not gonna happen.
I learned some other cool games. I learned BMX. Kind of a funny game. You ever seen that?
BMX?
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Isn't BMX another one in like Dungeons and Dragons where it has the Magna inlane outlane thing?
Yeah, so it has these like this. It closes the in lanes and out lanes.
Yeah, wonderful mechanic. I loved
Wonderful
it.
mechanic, but my personal favorite is that the skill shot gives you either 3x playfield, 2x playfield, or no x playfield, of like or 1x playfield. You know. So if your opponent hit their skill shot at the start of the ball, they would get 3 times your points the entire ball. And if you missed, you were screwed.
So it's all about the skill shot.
Yeah. So yeah, that game was cool. I learned that. Played some Pharaoh, which was pretty fun actually. I'd never really gone. I played Pharaoh actually in Australia for the first time. But this one was pretty, I don't know what's a good word for it, but destroyed. To make sure it did not play long, because some guy that his name starts with Keith and ends with Elwin decided to play it for, 10 minutes too long, and they had to put lightning flippers on.
Wow, okay.
So it played pretty hard. And they just pulled Swords of Fury all together.
Well,
that was a bummer.
The company that did Rudy's Nightmare, the upgrade to Funhouse, evidently has another 5 licenses that they're working out.
Really?
Yes.
So I don't know what Rudy's Nightmare is.
Oh, so Funhouse got basically a whole new code base and also an upgraded component that goes onto the playfield that puts an LCD in the playfield. And a whole new LCD for the back. So it makes Funhouse like a new game.
That's great, but I love Funhouse personally, you know?
Funhouse is scary. I don't
So
understand.
it is really funny because I work at an arcade, right? And so I see every type of person walk in. And I don't know what year it is, but there is a year where people, both my age and your age, find Funhouse to be terrifying.
It is. If you grew up watching Poltergeist, you find it terrifying, I feel like.
Yeah, something like that. Because there's this whole generation like, oh, that's so cool. Like, no, it's not cool. He's always watching, you know? It says that on the back glass. Is he alive, question mark? That's the value, that's the fun house. That doesn't seem like a very fun house.
It's a scary Funhouse.
Fun, yeah, see, look, Zach is my age, and he said it's terrifying. No, I agree. It is terrifying.
Nah, see, Vertzilla missed it. He's the weird millennial, like where he's in between.
He's in between us,
Yes.
right?
I mean, he's definitely leaning more towards me than you, but he's still in between. What was that? Was that a tap pass save?
That was a panic flip
Okay.
on Don't Panic Flip of all places.
So another episode of Escher makes us wonder why we even bother playing pinball. Not gonna lie, that thought has definitely crossed my mind somewhat recently.
Man, come on! I'm trying to.
Yeah,
This
that's
is-
no, but
I'm
Vertzilla, that's what I'm saying. I was born in '82, so I got to see.
Old man.
Oh my god.
All yours.
I got to see Poltergeist when I was like 8 years old, and it scarred me.
I saw Alien when I was 7.
Okay, yeah, I got to see Aliens, I think, first. I don't remember Alien. I remember realizing at a certain point that I should not watch Pet Sematary because I got scared very easily, and that was the first time I ever walked away. And my family, my grandfather, who is alive today, still gives me crap for not watching Pet Sematary with the family. And what's funny is my brother to this day thinks that is the most scary film he's ever seen in his entire life. So I think it has everything to do with the timing of when you watched it. If you didn't watch Poltergeist when you were very young, I don't think you'll find it scary. Arthur Pendragon was 14 in '82.
Man, there's a lot of all you old people. You gotta
I'm
get
afraid
with
of
the
no clown.
times.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn, man. Oh, I just locked 2 balls.
That was
Do I get-
great, yeah.
Well,
Oh, and it's
no,
spinning back
It's
out.
not great because it's better to have 1 ball locked than 0 balls locked. But it's okay. I'm complaining, but you know, my name is Levkov. I have to complain. That's part of being named Levkov.
There we go. Bass tone. Tremors rocked the sheet out of me. Bass tone. See, I was too old for Tremors. I thought it was hilarious.
I watched Tremors with my dad not that long ago. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, Arthur Pendragon, not old. You are wise.
That's what old people. That's what an oldie would say. That was all right. But man, there's a lot of. There was like 2 balls in there when there's only supposed to be not even 1. So yeah, I remember I like couldn't sleep. I was like, you know, tired, and I came down and my dad was watching something random on TV, and it was Tremors. And he was like, this was supposed to be scary in my generation. I'm like, oh, okay. And I watched it. And like, maybe it wasn't that. Well, I mean, of course, it hasn't aged the best.
No.
I'll be honest. But it was funny enough that I remembered it, even now.
Are you trying to rampage before you grab the super?
No, I'm just trying to hit the right ramp. Because it's a combo then. Right? So if I do that first, it's 2x. It's 2x more.
Oh, did you collect it using
Using
a
the
Hadron?
Hadron.
Okay.
Because it's
I
only
did
the
not see
major
that.
supers you can't collect with Hadrons. The mini supers you can.
I got a trick for 30,000 units.
So, bigger shovel. So
That was like 5 or 6. I don't trust the ground base tone. But that is exactly
okay,
what
if
I'm
you were
talking
5
about.
or 6, and that was like, you know, the best you guys had at that point, like, you know, via by effects wise, then yeah, I get it.
All right. This is a really good conversation here. Yes, Mr. Hardluck, we have paid our respects. Escher put in at least 1 set of initials as Gilbert Gottfried. But yeah, with subs, I think we've
had
commented several times.
Yeah. I'm doing
And-
this mode the awesome way, where you just
Oh!
he just chats back and forth.
What?
Yeah, well, you gotta do your inlanes, so you know.
Oh my god, I just want to do that now. Mr. Hardluck, are you and QDL potentially coming out to Expo next year? I can't remember. I know we talked about it.
Uh-oh. This mode sucks because you absolutely have to shoot rocket. There is no other way around it.
It does. You can backhand it. Oh, that you robbed. Sir Rob, Game Club Central. Marty, how you doing? Have we paid our respects to Mr. Hardluck and wiped the floor with that clown? Mr. Hardluck gave, oh my god, twice!
I don't know, dead. Borg, you did that. I blame you, Borg.
Mr. Hardluck did a great intro for Game Club Central. Did a very heavily focused and like choreographed and produced battle with that was very WWE focused.
Yeah. Nice.
Isn't there an exploit to not hit Rocket, or was it patched? Asks Ty.
I don't know. Like, I'm sure there was.
Oh my god!
I would like to know what.
You can backhand it. Backhand it.
I tried. I didn't hit it. This sucks.
Yeah, there it is. Nicely done.
Oh, Immolation's ready.
Yeah, ZZ Top, that was a beautiful tap.
2 taps, actually. I tried it twice. I'm gonna do the mini post pass and backhand. One more try.
You got this. A little bit further
A little more.
up towards the edge of the flipper.
That was a little too hard. I mean, I could just post pass, but where's the fun in that? Well, I was in dope. I thought okay. The ZZ tap. Oh yeah. His are cleaner than mine.
Tiny MILF, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for that follow. My hat's off to you over here.
I love this mode. This mode's awesome. Because it's worth so many points. That's why I love it. No other reason, but I need to really make sure I lock it in on group here. That's where the super is.
See, now, I don't feel like I've played this enough to really remember it, but in a difference in coding, like there's a lot of points here, but this is missing in my very humble of opinions. What Dwight does for these mini wizard modes.
This was, yeah.
Like,
this is a Dwight game.
No, this isn't. This wasn't
Wow,
Dwight.
that was like the worst immolation of all time.
This was this Lonnie Ropp or Dwight?
Someone took over halfway. I know that much.
Oh, okay.
This game sucked really bad at the start. No offense to whoever programmed it first, but whoever did it second did a very good job.
Right, like the rules were actually dialed in. I remember when this game came out.
I remember Super Spinner on the Pro. That was my favorite, where you would finish Sibling Rivalry, a ramp for shooting modes, and you would get Super Spinner on a game that doesn't have a spinner. That was
It's pretty good. Try to tilt. Welcome to the stream. ZZ Top, I'm out of practice. Now Dalton is obsessed with tap passes. He may have overtaken me.
Which is weird because my dad said he was watching him play, what's it called?
Twilight Zone.
No, Paragon. A game that you have to tap on, but he wasn't tapping. Like, Dalton! Dude, I suck. Oh, why did
But you got it.
I just wasted like 600 million by hitting that button.
Oh.
'Cause I'm a
Yeah, you
dumbass.
should have left it.
I know.
So that way you can get the
I know,
40%.
George, I know.
No, but I know now. I'm reiterating
Yeah,
it
yeah.
not to remind you, but to like affirm my understanding of the situation. There we go. Yeah, we're just gonna finish this.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, but
Make sure you mute.
Yeah, I will. It better not be green when I come back here, chat. Let's swap up the color. Swap up the color, guys. Or is it only you that can do that?
Nope. Chat can. Oh, so yeah. By the way, I've got all of the lights hooked up. So if you do !color space and then use a hex color, so hashtag and then 6 characters of hex. Yeah, you can make up whatever. But if you do that, now it changes all of the lights. What do I want to do? I want to hit mode select. There we go. We're gonna do some antiquities. All right, that works. There we go. Don't forget your hashtag. Yeah, you do need the hashtag. Hashtag. I'm not sure why that was so hard. There we go. Oh my God. Not doing it. Because that's cheating. There you
No,
go.
it's not cheating.
It's totally cheating.
It's legitimate.
It is
Playing at home.
not. You would. Oh.
I think I saw something Zach said. I gotta put my mic back on.
Wow, excellent. The all caps on the color there. You got it.
There you go.
Yeah, and I gotta change it up right now because I don't know how in a batch script to run asynchronous calls to the command prompt. I guess I could Google that really quick.
Tron orange. I'm gonna start this mode like a champ. You ready? Oh, I missed. It's not full orange.
I was there with you. I get
know.
it. All right, so are you back to save Xandar?
Yeah. Again. Why can't you just do this, George?
I will. I feel like what I need is
24-hour stream until you
wait,
do a subathon until you.
I'm at about 1,000 hours of I think pinball playtime.
Global?
Huh?
Like ever?
Yes, total. And
So
I'm
you're
guessing you are
1/10 of-
way past your 10,000.
I'm way past my 10.
You're
it's not
way
even,
past.
It's not even close.
4 years old is when you started. Is that right?
I was less than 2 when I was already thinking about it.
Bertzilla. Really?
The guy's like, it got really dark in here.
Oh, that's right. I'm just gonna look up how to do asynchronous commands. Batch script.
Wow, this is a cool cradle. Look at that. 3 and 3.
Nice. That's not a crazy snake though.
You have a name for it?
Not that one.
I'm gonna let that one go.
If you have 4 or
Wow,
5
that's
on one, and they are crooked, like not. Oh wow! Wait.
I'm just like letting all these.
Yeah. No, I mean, who needs
Man,
6
dude,
balls?
I suck. I need to get 2x on my scoop, so I double.
Tracy, welcome to the stream. You got to do the hashtag, Tracy.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was gonna say.
And that's the thing is that it goes through one at a time. Hello. It goes through one at a time and does them. Although those 2 aren't coming back on.
Me one. I saw the story that Zach Parks put in chat up where he got invited to play this at like on release on Dead Flip stream, and he got to immolation, but it wasn't coded yet, so they had to like subtly tell him to like drain, so the game wouldn't crash. Okay, so you go like that, hit the button like that, and then you break the shot a bunch. Shoot the left.
Using the start. Oh, so I say start and it should run them all at the same time. Okay, we're gonna try that. We're gonna go in here and modify the batch script because I have the ability, I have the time to do that. So let's go to GOTG batch script.
All right, there we go. How much
Let's
was
open
that?
this with code.
400 million. That's okay. See, like Save Xandar is worthless. It's like 680 million. Like I have had cherry bombs worth like triple that. But it's not like you can keep going. It ends. You save Xandar.
How do we do that?
Just do it. It's easy as that. Even though I got my friend to do all that for me when I did anything with it. I was actually the friend I just got ice cream with before I came here.
is your programming friend?
I have a lot of programming friends. It was just the programming friend that was around that afternoon.
Not even a special programming friend. That was
No.
just the programming friend you happen to be hanging out with.
Yep. So, all these programmers, man. Boring job.
It is a super fun job.
I know.
You literally make the things in your mind into a reality. It's the best of jobs.
Yeah, but can you hold code in your hand?
It's funny, I didn't realize the concept of debugging for 2 years. So the way that I debugged applications was by building a construct in my head as I read the code and walking through
Okay,
it.
that was not bad. Let's see how much this is gonna
That's
say.
not bad.
It's over $1 billion. Yeah, 953. Yeah, I know. Programs for nerds. True. Zach, you hit an orb super for like 1.8 billion against some guy at Expo that one time. What
It
happened?
worked! Oh my god, it just
First
opened
try?
up like 30 windows at once.
I
And
would say that didn't look like it worked initially.
oh man, that works so well. Wow. Okay, check this out. So before, if you remembered, it
Okay,
took
everyone
about,
in chat spam colors. Doesn't matter what color, even if you don't want it. Get 2 colors and go back and forth. Let's just get it moving in here. Let's get it moving.
that was so cool. It goes so much faster. What, you guys can watch all of these commands up right here on this screen.
Uh-oh.
Crux. Oh, you have to do exclamation point color. I think you also have to be a follower, just FYI. Hey, Sentient Program, amazing name.
I think I'll do the same as last time.
Look at all of those windows opening up at once. That's so great.
Another GJG. Oh my goodness.
Look at that going. That's so great. Macaw. Oh my god.
Ready, guys?
Alright, everyone, spam the exclamation point color and then a hashtag with an ID. Just let's get it moving in here. We got enough people. Keep it going.
Macaw
Let's get it moving.
coming in with 500 people on an amazing raid. Macaw, my hat's off to you. I took my hat off.
Your
but I
actual
didn't-
hat off.
Yeah, actual
You don't usually
hat.
have a hat on when I'm here.
I don't. Thank you so much for that huge raid. And if you're just joining us in one of the holy sheepballs hashtag effing wasted thumbtack, thank you. Yeah, on top of that, you guys can see. Actually, you can't see
can't
it right now, but
it is going crazy.
oh my god. You can see what's happening here. So if
Oh yeah, you can't see it now, yeah.
you can actually see it all happening over here. What's going on is chat can control all the lights in the house. If you're a follower, you can do exclamation point color space. Thank you, Vertzilla.
Yeah, turning the lights off, yeah, whatever. Yeah, see, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, Poggets, exclamation point color space, and then if you do a hexadecimal value with a
I'm
hashtag,
gonna get started.
and then yeah, you go ahead. I'm enjoying this right now.
I know,
This
yeah,
is-
yeah, you do you.
Oh my god! There's so many windows opening, and what we found out was it was taking too long earlier. So now there's 7 different lights we're controlling, and I can start if it's a batch script that's running. But if we start with the batch script with a start word, it runs all of the commands asynchronously. Snivy Fries joining us. Greenbart, welcome.
A lot going on right now.
Yeah, so what we've got this evening, if you're just joining us, and if you are perhaps new to pinball, is, by the way, Macaw, my hat's off to you. And everyone, if you were here watching before that massive raid and you are not following Macaw, please do so. Wonderful entertainer, plays all of the games, and like competitive levels of just awesomeness in terms of beating every game. It seems like Macaw plays every single time. I am curious, was tonight focused on a game on Macaw's stream, or was it a night of like random games being played, like a game roulette? Oh, Oh, and yeah, by the way, so for guests, if you're just joining us, this over here is Escher.
Hello.
Escher's played pinball a couple of times. May have won a couple of big tournaments. In fact, even this weekend.
2 days ago, even.
2 days ago. And if I remember correctly, you've moved up in the rankings.
I'm now ranked second in the world.
So the number
Chasing
two
number
pinball
one.
player in the world right now, and has shown everything this game could possibly do now twice, I think.
Almost. I missed the one really, really hard thing I've never done before, but we don't count that.
Yeah, it's just, Escher destroys pinball games. Christy, welcome. Noodle, welcome. Rocket Man, hey, how's it going? He's doing a religious theme month, and he played a Mormon PC adventure game tonight. That's awesome. Christy, what was the Mormon themed adventure game called?
That was a new sentence right there for me,
Yeah,
at least. Mormon themed.
Was unaware that there were so many religious themed PC adventure games.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that said, of all of actually, there's quite a bit of story in all of them, but I do feel like Mormon presents itself to be quite a fun video game, I'm guessing, just based on the storyline. It was Neffy's Quest, okay? The Noah's Ark themed Wolfenstein 3D clone, okay?
That's, again, another sentence that has never been said ever before.
Vertzilla pointing out that his Mormon friend from high school got to play Diablo because in the game your goal is to kill the devil. Desiati says we cut a freaking drunk dude's head off with his own sword because the Lord told us to.
Damn. That's hard.
That's harsh. And let's see here. Oh man, so Rorty the Kitty, Range 4, Pantless King, Ed Horse, Noodle, Dragoon Zero. Thank you so much all for those follows. That is amazing, and welcome here to I guess what we call this is it's the Panic Room.
Do I go for the doubler? I gotta go for the doubler.
You got it.
Well, not a good start. You can't see it. Oh, all right. Well, no doubler, but you can't see on the stream, but his mouth, Groot's mouth is opening and closing. Makes it a little trickier.
Hey, a lovable grub, thank you so much for that follow. Oh my gosh. By the way, when you change the colors, I'm just blown away by how many windows now open.
Good thing that you got it working right before.
That was great. Yeah, the colors are
timing.
changing very fast. I think actually because I didn't put a delay on the commands, you notice we have a whole bunch of different lights right now. I think it's because they run so asynchronously, they don't even all happen at the same time anymore. Rock music, pinball time. Thank you so much for that follow. And Snivy Tries throwing down a little bit of a poem here for us. So here we see the MC Esh kicking some butt and keeping it fresh, slaying the table, clearing the modes. He makes the shots, he knows the roads. Might as well go get a drink. Poor DPF has time to think. And oh dear God, the follow flood. This stream's the bomb. It ain't no dud. Hope y'all have your fun. George makes content. He'll give a ton. Snivy, thank you so much. Pinball is greater than a Mormon. Noodle. No comment. Devin Crates. Look at it's so cool. I love it when windows pop up and do things. I have been a developer for I don't know how many years. It was 2009 is when I started, so 13 years. And
I've been a pinball player longer than you've been.
You have been a pinball, yeah. No, I started off as a network administrator. That's what I got my degree in. And
Nice.
And my boss one day asked me like, "Hey, do you want to write code?" I'm like, "Actually, I kind of do. I really enjoyed that class I took in school." And he said, "Okay, you've got 2 weeks to write me a real-time diagnostic engine with live data as it's coming in batches for a whole bunch of air conditioning equipment." And so I spent...
That's quite the task for knowing, like...
Nothing.
Absolutely
nothing.
Yeah.
So what I did was what I feel like I always did whenever I needed to learn something new.
And you drank a lot of coffee and then did it.
Yes, actually that's pretty much it. I went to Barnes & Noble in Fort Collins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what, and I just sat at Barnes & Noble for both weekends across 2 weekends. I did not get it done in 2
massive
weeks.
cost.
I got it done in 16 days. So I was
okay.
2 days late. He still gave me the job.
That was like a 600 million orb super.
That was awesome. Wow, you were.
I'm in 2x play. I was in 2x playfield with Rocket. I hit a combo and it's 2x.
Are you still working on the 24x?
No.
Okay.
I'm
No.
doing-
You're just blowing up the game at this point.
Yeah. Let's see. I can do another gigantic one here if I can. Just
Whoa, Sammy, whoa. What do you mean rest in peace Barnes & Noble? I still, to this day, go to that Barnes
Oh, yeah,
&
here we
Noble
go.
at least once a week.
What's
What is
that?
that? That was 756 million. Wow.
That's a Zach Parks kind of orb right there. I'd say, oh yeah, orb total 1.5 billion.
Wow. Wow, guys, a good, nice.
Total tilt.
Nice.
Oh, double
Oh.
danger. That's
A good score on this game was typically between maybe 200 and 400 million.
damn. I was one pop bumper away.
Oh my God, Secrets! You guys stop saying "Rest in Peace, Barnes and Noble." Like that is. I spend a lot of time still at Barnes and Noble. They own.
It must have been very recent if they went out because I went to with my girlfriend when she was, or my roommate went with her. I was working.
Rest in Noble's Barnes. It was Borders that did die, correct? All right, so now you are in the first mini wizard mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ronan may spare your life.
Christy, my experience with programming is basic programming in the 80s when I was a kid in reverse engineering a Last.fm Python script so it would work in Linux. Oh my God. Wait a second. Python was around in the 80s? That, for some reason, doesn't surprise me.
That's kind of crazy because the first thing that you learn now is Python.
It is Python, which is so funny because it was.
Pinball is in Python, or it used to be. I don't know if it still is.
It depends. Stern does everything, and I'm guessing C++ still, right?
I don't know. I may work there, but that's not my job.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So I'm fairly certain that Stern is doing everything in C++ still because
I would assume that, yeah.
they have custom hardware.
A lot of
But
everything.
all of the open source stuff like Scorebit and the P3 platform, they all use Python, and the P3 platform, at least with Multimorphic, actually utilizes Unity to build games with their system. This is, God, I love this mode.
Right,
Okay, the
that's a
Python
big-
editing was in the 2000s. Got it. Okay, I'm there. I'm caught back up. Well, yeah, Python was around. There's also Cobra, Rattlers, Garden, and the most elusive of the sneaky snakes. Secret Squirrel. Thank you. Barnes & Noble has been closed for 14 years, George. You've been seeing dead people in an empty warehouse. That's... Oh, good.
It's not your turn yet.
It's not my turn. I'm still at 0.
I have another extra ball.
Okay,
as well.
got it.
So I'm sorry. You got some time still.
Mission Pinball Framework is Python, yeah. So I feel like how that started was Python and R. And I don't mean I guess it is a pirate's R. But R is like an SDK kind of, or like a library that for whatever reason was built for Python and used for statistics calculations, and it's great. And it ended up getting used for all kinds of like data science stuff in the academic world. So academics started using Python, and that means that Python had to become more than a scripting language. It became this like somewhat fully featured framework that now everybody who comes out of college knows how to program in. So Python went from nothing, I feel like, to
Weren't you the
super
guy,
popular.
Like 30 minutes ago, I was like, oh yeah, coding isn't for nerds, and then you like relay like the entire history.
No, it's Python. Sorry, coding is definitely for nerds, but
Yeah. Well, I'm a nerd then too, because I've taken my fair share of coding classes. I'm not good at it. Sitting still is not my forte. I wish it was.
wait, it wasn't that it was nerds. It was that coding, I think, man, I don't remember the actual phrasing, but coding is amazing because you get to develop something in your mind. Like you have an idea, and then you get to turn it into something, but you don't have to do any physical work. Like in construction, you do the same thing, but you have to build a house, and that requires being muscular and being outside and
Or having enough money that you pay someone else to do it for you.
Right, yes. All of that
That would have
is
been so cool.
Oh man, that would have been
I was
awesome.
trying to do that too.
No!
Sorry, I have another extra.
Okay, you got one more.
I got time.
So you can do that in code. You design structures, and then you do fun things where like programs are doing stuff by themselves. It's so amazing. Sammy Higgins, that's also an architect, actually would have been really cool.
That's cool.
Hey, Beastodon, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for that follow.
What's everyone's favorite dinosaur?
Vertzilla saying R is not Python based. I have only ever read about R as it relates to being used in Python.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
The
feel like-
Ankylosaur, obviously.
I feel like I brought this up before. Because that guy had like something Don in his name, and then I'm like, that sounds like a dinosaur. Then I remember that people don't ask me what my favorite dinosaur is anymore.
Well, I was just about to say I don't get asked often enough what my favorite dinosaur
No, when
is.
I was 6, I got asked it all the time.
Wasn't it so important
that
when
was
you were 6?
Insane. It wasn't that insane. I thought it was cooler. More points, that is.
The Don. Barney is the best dinosaur. All right, this one goes out to everybody else.
You know, no offense to Barney or anything, but there is definitely some cooler dinosaurs than Barney. That was crazy.
Wow, nice little
Backhand
backflip there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, wow, good timing
Good
on that.
timing, yeah.
Yeah. So wireable. R is a language for. Oh wait.
That was a big shot.
Is a language for statistical jobs, so it's very popular among data scientists.
320 super.
Nice.
My orbs have been.
Your orbs have been killing it, as long as you don't count the first game.
That shot was more than all of like Cherry Bomb.
However, it's complicated to use, so Python has become more popular because it has a huge suite of data science tools, such as NumPy, which, by the way, is now my new favorite word. NumPy. Trox Zero. Wait a second. Best dinosaur is Arthur Pendragon Birtle. Wow, sick bird.
Is he in chat?
I hope
He was
Arthur is
in
still
earlier,
chat.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, when he was talking about us all being babies.
Or something like that. I'm dead. It's your turn.
According to my friend who went into architecture, their job is shooting down all the insane stuff the arts majors try to build for structural reasons. Consult.
They don't shoot down enough from what I can tell. Some of the architecture I've seen in like major cities.
All right, so
All right.
I'm doing it.
Ball 1. You got quite a score to catch, but I believe in you.
Thank you. It's cool. If you don't use the shoot again, what's the point?
Exactly. It's there for a reason. George gets to play. That's nice. Yeah, and I only left like 2 balls in Groot. Or 1 ball in Groot.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. He used his ball save, so it's like the same thing. It's okay.
I know, Mr. Hardluck. I got to play for like 30 seconds. NumPy. Got it. 2 words. Now, my biggest issue with Python is the most horrific package management system ever for a language. Like, we all need to get that under control because moving between environment, like deploying anything in Python from to multiple environments using PyCharm or Anaconda or something like that is just when you've experienced a language like C# and Visual Studio with NuGet package management, or even something as simple as JavaScript, and how easy it can be to manage packages and configurations, I dislike it. But that also could be because I have not spent any real time developing in Python. All of my Python development is with the academics who are trying to do statistical and data science analysis on things, who never really learned how to program professionally.
Well, you're saying words right now. I'm not getting this. I'm so
it's in a professional environment. Programming is it almost has nothing to do with like how do you do something. You'll figure that out. It's how do you do it in a way that makes it easy to test and easy to make changes to later when you inevitably move on to a better job and somebody else has to pick up after you.
Someone has to pick up the pieces that they don't know the answer to.
Yeah, bad code. Basically like all code written in the 80s and 70s. Only the programmer who knew who wrote it initially knew what had to happen in order to change it, which is why so many applications were rewritten from the ground up. You got this. Bam. Nicely done. What is it?
1.2 bill.
Oh, that was the 40%. Nice.
Sorry, 1,203 million. And the immolation as well. And Xandar's ready after.
Wow.
I'm in good shape.
You're doing pretty well.
Yeah. I'm liking my chances this game.
Yeah, Pinball Princess Jillian, who I know is also a developer, and I think, Jillian, you decided to give up on the development. You're like, I want to work in infrastructure. That's way more fun.
Man, I want to program the traffic lights. That's a cool job.
That is such a cool job. Do you know they have an algorithm specifically to figure out the most efficient way for traffic to operate?
I'm sure. I mean, it's kind of crazy how good they are at it. Like, I don't know if there's much I could do anymore. They're pretty good at their job.
They are pretty good. At this point, it's honestly, I feel like it's hardware upgrades, and as the lights themselves provide more feedback, making changes.
Yeah.
So it's like working with city planners, I feel like, which would be my other cool job I'd want to do.
Well, the city planners know anyways, right?
Why is it easier to manage packages the more often the dependencies break?
All right, big shot incoming.
I think that means, by the way,
here we go.
If the dependencies break, often it means that you've been given the capacity by business to actually solve the problem as opposed to just constantly dealing with the symptoms. That's if I had to guess what the actual solution is there. As Mr. Hardluck says, I want to have Escher play pinball in a stream where the tilt bob has been disabled and I'm just kicking the machine every few seconds. That is basically sorry, what's the side tournament that's really silly and super fun at Expo? Where they do things like you have to play a game on a spinning disc.
I don't know exactly. Like the Addams Family where you have to pedal for the power.
But it's an entire tournament just like that where it's like 18 holes.
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't think I've played in that, but I think I know what you're talking about. Like I've heard about something like that.
It is super cool, and Mr. Hardluck, that does exist. The problem is that
big shot.
There is
oh my multiplier. That's all. That's fine. Xandar's ready to go. I can skill shot into it.
Yeah, Wireable, which is funny because one of my clients, we have integration with Jupyter through a Python extensible system. Hold on, there we go. Pinball Olympics. Thank you, Birdzilla.
Yes, I know. Yes, I've heard of that before. I've never played in it. I just remember the pedal game where you have to pedal to keep power to Addams Family. Or the whirlwind with the industrial fan. That one hits different. Have you seen that one?
No.
So, because those industrial fans do their job really well of blowing a lot of air very quickly. And when multi-ball is ready, it turns on. Your hair goes back, it gets a little harder to see. Like your skin starts getting pushed back a little bit.
Wait.
Because whirlwind, right?
Oh,
whirlwind.
No.
It's an industrial fan at the top.
In Pinball Olympics? Or is this someplace else?
It was at Expo.
Oh, got it.
One year.
Like somebody dialed it up to a 20.
They had a split flipper Joust tournament with no tilt bob. Man, Joust is such a heavy game. That would be hard to do anything anyways. Wouldn't it be crazy if I just miss Xandar 8 times at the drain? Okay, never mind.
That moves so much.
Dude, I'm 3 for 3.
Nicely done. Oh my God, save Xandar 3 times. I just want to get there once. And then I'm going to get rid of this game.
You can.
Oh no, I am positive that I will get there.
You see that game to come together.
I'm sorry?
You see that perfect game to come together. Doesn't even need to be perfect. You just need to get moving.
It's not even that. I got to Immolation Initiative last week, and if I knew what I was doing in Groot to get the to get the super, I think it would have been easy peasy.
Yeah. I mean, that's some of the hard part is you got to know what exactly you're doing. That's nice.
It just
double
need to not
L
suck.
Isn't that pinball though?
That's life.
Yeah.
Deep thoughts.
Indeed.
They put a leaf. All George's games total are almost one of Escher's games. Oh yeah, Bertle, no question. I haven't totaled one of Escher's games yet.
Go in the scoop. I will you. My bundle out of ball, so I'm happy just letting a few of these go. As long as I get that 2x on the scoop, because that's the final shot. Cool. Yeah, so I get my out of ball. This multi-ball is pretty hard to fail. It's because you have to hit every shot 3 times, but after you hit a shot 3 times, it adds another ball, and that gives you like 10 seconds of ball save.
Oh, nice.
So if you see it strobing, like Rocket is, right, or the right ramp, Gamora, that means it's prepped for an out of ball. And your Hadrons go left to right, so I have a Hadron right now. So if I hit it, it'll spot Ronin, which is an out of ball. So I can kind of just chill for a bit, or I can.
Bertle, thank you so much. Says, good news, George. You're just a comma behind you.
Well, if he got another comma, he would be ahead. To be fair.
Very true. Is Escher coming tomorrow? I'm bringing tacos. Come for the meats.
Ooh, free food is free food. Oops. Yeah. I need to like nudge the balls so they're, yeah, okay, we're good. So then you short plunge, and then you live catch.
On a completely unrelated topic, what's a reasonable price for Lord of the Rings in Australia? Hoping there's some locals around.
He started with a reasonable score, a reasonable price, which is like, okay, I can help with that. Then he said Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, oh shit, I haven't thought about Lord of the Rings in a long time. But then he added the Australia part, and it's like, oh, I'm in the dark.
Right. So I can say in the US that Lord of the Rings is going for typically between 9 and 10 if it's in okay condition. A really good one probably going for a lot more, and that's also standard, not the gold LE thing.
What? Is it LE?
Yes. It has a gold trim, nicely done.
That was a little better.
800. Oh, because he had the 2x.
I had 2x playfield, yeah.
Yep.
Good old Rocket.
Yeah, gold trim and a crazy back glass as opposed to a translite.
Oh, yeah, I've seen one of those. It's like the other Spider-Man, the Black Spider-Man edition. You seen one of those?
Which one?
It's like it's just like a Spider-Man, but the back glass is like the Venom Spider-Man. And then it also has
Black
like
Spider-Man as opposed to
the regular red one,
where he's wearing the Venom suit.
Yes.
Yes, which is interesting because it's rated lower, but they sell for
way
more money.
Yeah, you can buy the translate and pretend, but I've only ever seen one at Chicago Expo. There's a nice little tap pass. Dalton, you in chat?
Mr. Hardluck. Escher can F off with that jackpot. 800 million.
My orb was more than that.
That is true, right? You had 1.3 billion on the good one?
Oh yeah. I'm trying to keep my rocket going in. Oh, that's nice.
Wireable, I found taking US prices and doubling gets you roughly Australia prices for some games.
Yeah. Well,
my God.
yeah, not counting a currency exchange.
Yeah.
Right. That's a good estimate, actually.
So maybe 20K for a Lord of the Rings in Australia?
Yeah. Okay, this is a massive shot. Oh my goodness. Bam!
Whoa!
6 billion.
6 bill. Wow.
There we
Okay.
go. That's some PPM right there. Points per minute. Damn.
Imagine a wizard mode 2x jackpot being worth less than any other shot. Yeah, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, that was the most valuable shot that I've done.
That
so
was
far.
6 billion.
Which was 80% of my score because it was 2x, 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 which is yeah.
Mr. Hardluck is quitting pinball.
What? You can. That's a good boom. See, it happened so fast that I didn't have time to do the math in my head to realize like how important the shot was. You know? Because if I thought about it, I'm like, wow, this is like huge. Yeah, huge.
Yeah, so the only thing you should be doing right now is beating the game over again
So I
and
can
getting
just do
back
Quills.
into Quill's Quest again.
It's not a bad shot.
Oh my
It's not-
god, yeah, 2x. Wait, is the percentage multiplied? Yeah, it had to be multiplied
So
in order
it's
to get that.
it's usually 10% of my score. So my 10% of my score before that was like 600 million. Like it was a lot. And then I had a 2x shot multiplier, which is the little green X on it. I hit a combo, which is 2x, and I had rocket going. So it was 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So then times 10% is 80%. More than George with every flip he's ever made on. That's
No, that's probably accurate,
Yeah.
I think.
6 billion is a lot.
I think I have broke 1 billion twice on this game.
You gotta get your PPM up.
You're not wrong.
Ooh, I could. No, I don't have the right multipliers. Maybe I'd try and do the sibling rivalry thing. But my rocket's probably like 10 shots away.
That's what.
Hey, Wireable, thank you so much for that follow. Got to work on that big PPM.
Oh yeah.
I need to work on just getting into a flow.
That's good. Playing enough pinball that you don't have to think about everything you do.
Yes, Bertle, my PPM is very small right now. Actually, it is never good in any game I play. Hey, Mr. Hardluck and QDL, thank you so much for hanging out. Have a great night.
All right,
Get
good
some
luck.
sleep. 14.
I'm not
bill.
liking your chances this game, I'm afraid.
I'm doing it. I got this. Have faith in
I have faith.
something.
Vegas, I'm afraid, does not. If you bet $1 on George, you get $1.5 million back. That's good odds. Unlucky.
I don't think I could I like even lose the ball at a more like worse time. That was just after. Hey, by the way, initials.
One more.
We got one more. in
We
us.
got one more.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, Gilbert.
I'd rather take my $1 to White Castle.
We don't have White Castles here. I didn't
do
even
not.
get to eat at White Castle because I thought they
You
would
were in
have
Wisconsin.
I thought they had them there, but we kept going and there was no White Castles. We had to eat at Arby's. It was terrible.
Oh my God, no, yeah.
had a-
What else is Culver's is huge out there. Culver's
Yeah,
has
we didn't
great
go
burgers.
there. We got our official fillets from McDonald's, and then I got an ad on my YouTube that night from Arby's where it says, "Stop eating fish o fillets. Try our." Like, okay, targeted advertisement. You did wonders today. Like,
Yeah, sometimes that gets
maybe
scary.
too good because I was like, just finished my fish o fillet.
All right, I'm gonna go first.
All right, you want me? I'll do a one-handed game.
Okay, you go one-handed.
See if I can get 4 save Xandars in a row. The best part of pinball is where you get in the zone, is when you're always thinking about the shot you're going to make after the shot you were going to hit.
Thank you.
Shot that you're going to make after the shot. Yes, I know what you mean, Zach. I had to read it a couple times. Sorry, the music selection is fits well with this game. It's nothing that was on the actual playlist for the movie. I'll say, you've already beaten your other score. So, Found a Whataburger. I've heard really good things.
I've heard really good things about Whataburger too. I have never played it.
I thought, it's a Texas thing, right?
It is a Texas thing. There's a ton of them out there in Texas, and I never went. Which is funny because I had the opportunity, and
Oh wait, I'm not playing one-handed.
all good. And just never made it happen. Whataburger was mediocre. Vertzilla, okay.
You're gonna get killed in chat for that one.
No,
That's
I
not-
didn't say that.
No, I'm saying to that was awesome.
Okay. One-handed. Yep. No. You're right.
That was awesome.
That was pretty good.
That was so cool.
No! Vertzilla, don't say that Hard 8 sucked. Hard 8 was amazing. Just the experience of...
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, are you serious? Hard 8 was great. I liked it. I'm assuming it was overcooked mush?
I just realized I forgot to tell Emily I was going on stream tonight.
Oh!
Oops.
Did
right.
Emily just figure it out?
Well, no, she texted me.
Oh, sorry.
So- Oh, good. Nice.
Do you have to go now?
No, I just didn't tell her where I was, and I didn't respond to her for 2 hours because I was busy. Okay, that wasn't the right choice, George.
I completely...
Okay, hit one button and move on. You just gotta hit it once. Okay, don't do that. Start your mode. George, you're stressing me out really bad.
Oh my god,
right
no, I'm going to start the mode.
Nice save. Okay, good job.
Did it. I did
All
the
right.
thing. Let's do a big one.
Pod chase.
Pod chase.
Unless you want to get creative and you can do nowhere.
Oh, no, I want to do Sanctuary.
No, you want to do that one for your orb.
Okay, pod chase.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes, okay.
Don't start the mode. Stress him out. No.
George, you're stressing me out.
Yeah, this is the one-handed game. George already lost to me one-handed before. He can't do it again.
I'm not even the least bit upset over losing to you in a one-handed game.
Remember, you gotta hit your scoop at some point as well. You might get that back. Bummer. Nice. Nice. Double nice.
Okay.
Triple nice. All right, it's going really good right now. So I'm guessing a lesson for free on Fiverr from the best in the world. Exactly. Except I don't think on Fiverr we did that once. Me and my friends, we jumped on Fiverr. We're looking to become professional Counter-Strike players. I'm afraid we did not become professional Counter-Strike players. We got coached by a guy that was a lower rank than we were.
Okay, so what do I want to do right
So your
now?
super's lit. Yeah, well,
Do that to finish
that's
the mode.
fine. You should have dead bounced there when you shot that right orbit, because it would have gone in the scoop and it would have been really cool. You know what I mean?
Nope.
You can try it. Shoot the right orbit and then let it bounce.
Oh, got it. Good call.
See? That was awesome.
That was really cool. Okay, I got it.
And you got an extra.
And I got the extra. Well, game.
George over here getting ahead of the mode. I see what you did there. Circle, I want to ride my...
Okay.
All right, next up is Antiquities. I love Antiquity Shop.
Antiquities. Got it.
Right. We're gonna do a little orb shooting.
Not good.
Caught it. That's good. It's switch hits is the art part of this mode, so pops are good. Open your eyes. Aw, that was a bummer of a drink.
That was a bummer.
It's okay, you have an extra. Stay up there.
Oh, I have an extra.
You trying to get me DQ'd?
What? No, obviously it's no.
Right. Well, you know that thing I said about switches?
Oh,
It's okay. It's fine. Okay, you have ball saver.
I did have ball save.
That's okay. It was a good save. It was very clean. You're getting good switch hits and slings right now.
Nope.
Okay, well, you're a momentum guy, you know? You gotta, once you're moving, you make better decisions. But the more you think, you start making some questionable
Just
plays.
don't think. Can you do that, please?
Well, I want you to think. I just want you to think a little harder.
There we go.
Does it go? It doesn't go all the way around.
Tracy, get over there. Yeah, there we
I'm
go.
Stupid. Oh wait, I got it. I didn't hit any switches.
Let's see here. Oh, wow. Tracy pulling back the My Rave. The My Rave does not work on the other lights. It's just a subset of the lights.
All right, I'm running it back.
Again, a one-hander.
It's one hand and one leg because I brace it with my leg.
Okay.
I'm gonna move it back while I'm selecting Podchain.
Should go in and set up an extra secret switch that adds an extra 100k each press. Mess with the champion a bit.
I would notice. That's the best part.
You would totally.
I have played this game hundreds of times, easily. I think because I remember the old strats, like when the game first came out. I would know. I need to hit my scoop really bad right now. This is so hard.
Yes. So yeah, we're playing this again on Thursday, and I'll have Janelle over here for that game. And I feel like this is a great game to teach somebody pinball on.
Oh yeah,
It has all the things.
it's got everything.
Oh, Tracy wants to know what flavor of ice cream did you get?
Well, I went to Cold Stone, and I just ate. I had a Hot Pocket for dinner, which is really sad. I know. But I just got home from vacation, and I have no food, and I didn't go out grocery shopping, so it's the best I could manage. So I had a Hot Pocket, but I could have saved that. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Cold Stone, but I wasn't hungry enough for like a medium ice cream. And their small ice creams are still really expensive for like what you get. And so I ended up getting a shake. Okay, so hit the target and then use the center button.
Got it. 10 seconds.
Nice. Okay, now hit the scoop. No, don't do that, George.
Sorry, you said scoop?
That's not a scoop. That's
I know.
Thank God you missed.
know.
You like nearly blundered
I'm like, it's a
entire
scoop
game.
because it scoops up the ball. I don't. In my head,
Shoot the scoop on the right.
that's the scoop.
Yes, that one. And
Got
now
it.
you pick Sanctuary. Beautiful. Okay, now you shoot the orb. Good
Got
timing with the song. Sync. That was a little early. There you go. Perfect. All right, now shoot your yellow targets. Intentionally miss, but you're not missing because you're aiming at them.
I'm totally aiming at them.
Okay, you just need the right one, the far right and the far left. That helps. Actually, no, it doesn't. I thought it did, but it doesn't. It just makes them flashing instead of solid. Okay, well, your multi-ball's over.
Wow.
So, you have 30 seconds. You have... Aww. I can beat this.
You totally can beat this.
I'm trying to... Okay, I need to do a little strategy. I'm stuck in
Secret
pods, dude.
Squirrel looks like he got scooped. Yeah, higher peanut. Thank you. F in chat.
I need to get my extra ball is what I need. which you get for getting your third thing to.
I mean, you got a lot riding on this, Escher.
I know.
No pressure, though. No
Okay,
pressure.
Extra ball is now lit. Important shot. Okay.
Such a good beer. That wasn't me being frustrated at you getting an extra ball at all. It's really good. This, by the way, is Washington Apple from Crown Royal. It's a fantastic beverage.
I meant to do that. You know. Oh, that was scary.
I feel Secret Squirrel like alternating arms is probably not one-handed.
What?
That's two-handed, but just not allowing either one to or two to touch the machine at the same time.
Yeah, you pick one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't even do touching the machine at the same time because then you could just like hold both there. The idea is you just pick your dominant arm and roll with it.
So, Escher, if you and this relates nice.
I didn't really want it yet, but that's okay. I see it.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
10 million points. Is that
actual big points?
All right. So Tracy wants to know what's the abridged version of racking up billions. But I kind of want to adjust that a little bit. If you're down by 1 billion points, ball 3, and you really haven't made, let's imagine you've had 2 house balls.
Okay, so your all-in shot is always orb on this game. No matter where you're at, orb is always not that far away because the second one isn't harder than the first one, like shots-wise.
So you're saying get into orb multi-ball.
You need a 2x on. Thank you.
Yeah, I saw that.
You need a 2x on the orb to make things happen, and you have to understand how the combo rule works. You want to be able. You need to understand the rules in the game to make this work. Because if you don't understand the rules, then you're kind of, as they say, SOL. Ugh.
All right, so
you should
now
start
you're an
sweating.
orb multi-ball.
You should start worrying a little.
I should what?
I'm just gonna skip the animation. You should start worrying a little bit.
It's fine. Yeah, I'm not worried at all. It's fun to watch somebody play a really good one-handed game.
Oh, come on. This is not, I need outlanes right now, because outlanes extend your ball save.
So does this mean if I can get half the score Escher gets with 2 hands? Trying to think this out. I know, yeah, I'll be happy if I get half.
Oh, I was so close to being right there and then. Okay, where am I at? I'm close. I have like 2 extra 3x in bonus. Which means I didn't quite finish Antiquities. But I have an extra button still. Okay.
I love the intense thinking going on right now.
I'm trying to think out loud a little bit.
Yeah, no, you keep doing your thing.
I struggled.
Yeah. But you got an extra ball. All right, and you're gonna get a decent amount on bonus here. What do you got, 2 modes complete, so...
Okay, I need to watch the count up, because if you skip it, I don't see what my raw bonus is.
Ooh.
It's 25 million.
Woo!
Okay.
All right, very doable.
I'm 2 shots away from beating you. And unfortunately for you, it's the giant Guardians of the Galaxy target.
Okay. Oh, because you'll just get it on bonus.
I'm gonna get 2x bonus, so then I win. But it's not a gimme shot.
It is evidently not a gimme. Did you just tap pass with one hand? There's one.
I missed.
There it is. So bonus multiplied 2x.
Man, when you're feeling it in pinball, everything just kind of works out, huh? Ooh.
Tracy says, yes, please do. Please think out loud. Because I feel hitting the orb drop a few times is not going to get me Escher scores.
Yeah, so you got to know exactly how to play orb, which is you got to combo the super jackpot as well. You got to combo the big shots because yeah, okay, that wasn't happening, I'm afraid. Oh, so I was like 2 shots away from cherry bomb.
Don't tilt.
Oh, I didn't tell. I'm afraid you're 0-2 against me, George.
I am. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It is, what is it?
pretty late.
Yeah, Tuesday, it's late. It is 12:15. Thank you again.
I got a lot of driving ahead of me tomorrow.
You do, wait, where are you going?
I'm going round 1.
Oh, that's
out in
right.
Denver.
That's and that's why I gave you the cards.
Yes.
I'm all excited because I just got my laptop. I got my new laptop in. I'm excited. I'm hoping this weekend to get the time to get it all set back up, and then I can play some Sound Voltex again, which I was just waiting to actually spend some time on.
Back when you have free time.
Back when yeah.
Oh, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It's been a busy couple weeks.
But my name is George, and Escher, you're no longer on screen.
I'm Escher.
Yeah, this is Escher. Escher has accounts on Twitch, which is Steve O Pub.
I don't really stream much on Twitch anymore, but if you're curious, that's my Twitch. Right there.
That's that. And also on
Twitter. If you want to see anything pinball related, if there's ever a tournament or anything on that I'm playing in, I always tweet about it, links to the streams and whatnot if you're curious. Plus some of my personal stuff, just like other games I play, or if you ever want to contact me, that's the best way, unless you have my Discord. But yeah, so yeah, follow me there, follow me on my Twitch.
Escher, come to Austin. We have like 6 Sound Voltexes at the Gamers Lounge.
I'm sold.
Yeah, right? Like in immediately. You guys, thank you again so much. And Macaw, thanks for the huge raid. New Jersey Coffee Junkie, thank you very much for the huge raid. Awesome night. Let's go find someone to send all of this raid love off to.
I bet Carlos is live.
I would. It's a pretty.
Vegas doesn't give me much money for that bet, I'm afraid.
So have a great night, and hope to see you again on Thursday, where we'll be streaming on. He is, of course he is.
He's always live.
On twitch.tv/Pinball Network, and then likely over the weekend as well. I don't know what games we're going to be playing this weekend. So before we go really quick, we have Guardians of the Galaxy, Jurassic Park, Star Trek, Tron, Rush, Iron Maiden, Turtles, and Stars. Stars is hopefully we're going to fix it this week.
Nice.
Iron Maiden is going on Friday, and we're getting back Godzilla. And then at some point in the near future, some Weird Al will be making its way over here, which I'm kind of
excited for that. I've never played any of that game before. Or
any of the
type.
P3 system.
Yeah, nothing P3. So
I'm excited to get that one in house. You guys have a great night.
Thanks, everyone.
Have you been inundated with ads and questions related to TPN's now famous homemade pinball pudding line of puddings? Questions like,
TPN's pinball pudding is so good, it must be illegal, right?
What the fuck is pinball pudding?
How can a collection of content creators also be a pudding? That makes no sense.
And we hear you. You want to know what makes TPN so special? The answer is in TPN's secret ingredient. Simply proof. Other puddings may say they have it too, but watch as they're unable to back those statements up.
Well, I'm not a crook.
Do we have evidence of that?
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Evidence? Evidence?
Richard, do I have a mark on my face? Right here. Not here or here so much, but right here.
That's evidence.
We built this city on rock and roll.
Again, request for more evidence.
You can't handle the truth.
Do we have evidence of that?
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Evidence?
SOT TDI clean diesel with up to 814 highway miles per tank.
Do we have evidence of that? Evidence?
Isn't it time you gave TPN's famous homemade pinball pudding line of puddings a try? And check your local retailers for these amazing original and fantastic new flavors from TPN's famous homemade pinball pudding line of puddings. You asked and we listened. Each TPN pinball pudding package is packed with our special ingredient. The proof is truly in the pudding.